I want to give you a quick TurboTax review. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How you doing today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous if you're to ask me. And if you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today I want to talk to you about TurboTax, and I want to do a quick review of this. Is this really the best online tax preparation software available out there? We'll find out very quickly. But before we go into the nitty-gritty, let's dig a little deeper here. Please check out our evaluation method. We have a rigorous evaluation methodology when it comes to reviewing TurboTax and its competitors. So check this out. All right, let's talk about TurboTax plans, pricing, and features. TurboTax default is an interview-style DIY process that uses your answers to a series of simple questions, such as do you have any children or dependents, to basically evaluate your tax situation and determine which forms and schedules you need to successfully complete your return. So they have DIY options. You have a TurboTax Live. And one thing I want to mention is that there are several pricing features and guarantees. TurboTax customarily raises its price in March, so if you want to lock in the prices that I will be talking about very soon, it's best to file early. It's also worth noting that regardless of the plan you select, TurboTax guarantees the accuracy of its calculations. If the software is responsible for any errors that result in an IRS penalty, TurboTax promises to pay the penalty and any associated interest cost. So in terms of pricing and features, so you have the free edition. So free edition, it costs nothing, zero, it's free, right? In this version, you have a prior year return importing, W-2 importing, the Earned Income Tax Credit, Affordable Care Act forms, you have credit and deduction checks, you have peer support, and you have Smart Look. We love the Smart Look. It's a free live tool that lets you chat and screen share with the TurboTax support representative in real time. And on the desktop version, it is accessible through the Contact tab. So that's for the free version, the free edition. Then you have the Deluxe. The DIY price is $40 for federal and $40 to $45 per state. The live price is $90 and $50 to $55 per state. And Deluxe is really ideal for filers with more complex tax situations, such as those involving itemized deductions and some miscellaneous income. And it comes with all the features and functions found in lower priced plans, plus itemized deductions, support for miscellaneous income, and you have access to all previous years' tax returns. Next, you have the Premier. The Premier Edition, the DIY, the price is $70 for federal and $40 to $45 per state. The live price is $140 for federal and $50 to $55 per state. So TurboTax Premier Edition offers support for most common schedules, including B, D, and E. So it's kind of appropriate for filers with investment income, rental income, and other forms of non-wage income. So this plan comes with all the features and functions found in lower priced plans, plus interest and dividend income, stock sales and other capital gains, rental property income, So that's pretty cool. So for rental property income, if you will be reporting income from rental properties or pass-through entities such as S corporations, trusts, estates, and certain types of partnerships, you need to file Schedule E. So TurboTax Premier provides all necessary forms for doing so and can walk you through all appropriate credits and deductions. Now, they also have the self-employed edition. The DIY price is $90 for federal and $40 to $45 per state. The live price is $170 for federal and $50 to $55 per state, with full support for all credits and deductions related to Schedule C. Self-employed is ideal for freelancers, solopreneurs, and small business owners. TurboTax Self-Employed comes with all the features and functions found in lower priced plans, plus the full support for self-employed filers. So if you are an independent contractor, sole proprietor, or consultant, you may be liable for self-employment tax. If so, the IRS requires you to file Schedule C or Schedule C Easy. So TurboTax Home and Business provides full Schedule C support, including all applicable business credits. I'm talking here about things like vehicle mileage, phone expenses, home office deductions, and more. And you also have in the self-employed edition, you have complimentary QuickBooks self-employed membership. So if you use TurboTax Self-Employed to complete your return by the annual filing date, you will get a 1-year complimentary subscription to QuickBooks Self-Employed. So to maintain your free subscription through the entire year, you will need to activate and access your account within 3 months. And QuickBooks simplifies mileage, tracking, and other deduction-related record keeping, relieving solopreneurs of bookkeeping headaches throughout the year. So it might be worth pursuing this promotion. So besides plans, pricing, and features, let's talk about TurboTax additional features. There are some extra features that are very important and very relevant when it comes to filing taxes, whether at the business level or personal level. So the additional TurboTax features that are available across all packages include mobile apps. So TurboTax has a slick, user-friendly apps that is compatible with both Android and iOS devices. And the apps have all the important features and functions of the main website, which is pretty mobile friendly in its own right. So you can pay filing fees with your refund. That's pretty cool. You have real-time refund display. So TurboTax calculates your estimated federal and state refund in real time, visible in the upper left corner of the interface. So as soon as you enter a new piece of information that affects your tax liability, this number changes to reflect it. You also have automatic information transferred to state returns. So if you need to file a state return after completing your federal return, TurboTax automatically transfers all relevant information to the state forms. So this cuts down on redundant, tedious entering of basic information on 2 different sets of forms. You also have audit support, which is pretty cool with TurboTax. And this is a free feature which is available to all TurboTax customers regardless of plan. So it includes a free phone consultation with a tax professional during which you can ask open-ended questions about any IRS correspondence you have received. However, if you are worried about actually being audited, TurboTax recommends purchasing what they call Max, which is a more hands-on package when you file. And speaking of Max, let's just talk about that. Max, M-A-X. Here is the benefits package. So if you're worried about that your audit risk is elevated, you can purchase TurboTax optional Max bundle as an add-on to any plan before completing your return. And remember, folks, you got to do it before because you can't buy it after the fact. So Max covers all state and federal returns in any given tax year. It costs a bit more than the early season price for the deluxe plan, though TurboTax reserves the right to change the price at any time. So Max's signature inclusion is Audit Defense, which activates if you are audited by the IRS and you notify TurboTax about it. And Audit Defense provides access to a tax professional who reviews and interprets all IRS correspondence, schedules all audit-related appointments, and helps you gather any documents necessary to respond to your audit. All right, this is pretty cool. And you also have a military discounts. This is an additional feature that we love with TurboTax. So active duty military members and reservists qualify for several different discounts with TurboTax. So they have so if you're a service member classified E1 through E5, you can file federal and state taxes for free using the federal, free, or deluxe plans, or take $5 off federal filing cost on the more expensive plan. And you also have the Turbo prepaid Visa card, and you can elect to receive your tax refund if eligible on a TurboTax or Turbo prepaid Visa card, which is a reloadable prepaid debit card backed by Intuit. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Gateway Show. We're also continuing our in-depth review of TurboTax right now, and I've spoken to you about the features, the extra features. Let's now talk about the advantages of TurboTax. Here is what TurboTax has going for it. You have customer service and peer support resources are extremely comprehensive. The military discount are better than some competitors. You have an automatic transaction importing and cost basis calculation. TurboTax is ideal for mobile users. TurboTax Live is great for filers who need more help. And you have modest refund bonus for prepaid card users. Let's dig a little deeper here. So, customer service and peer support resources are extremely comprehensive. So, the TurboTax customer support system is anchored by a vast peer support network and a well-staffed phone support hotline, right? It is impressively robust. Our team has tested the system, and we have never asked a question that couldn't be answered by TurboTax's customer support system. You also have the military discount that I was telling you about earlier, right? That's kind of very important also. And you have an automatic transaction importing and cost basis calculation. So let's say if you have a brokerage account, you can quickly and easily import a complete transaction record for the previous year by selecting Add Other Documents from the Import Summary menu in your TurboTax interface. And the great thing is you don't need to download a PDF or any other file type. The importing is automatic. So if you made lots of securities trades during the year, or simply don't like the tedious process of entering each transaction individually, like me for instance, I don't like doing that. This is a big help. Though transaction limits do limit its utility for active day traders though. And TurboTax is ideal for mobile users because they have a mobile responsive websites. I'm talking about bright colors, clean navigation, large font text, and minimal clutter, as well as apps for iOS and Android. And this is ideal for filers who prefer to use mobile devices. Though the tax prep space has by and large grown more mobile friendly in recent years, you have to understand is that TurboTax is constantly innovating. The software is great for filers who need more help. So even if you are not a small business owner, the ability to connect with a CPA or EA on demand is a big confidence booster, right? This is very important. And also the TurboTax offers a $10 refund bonus to customers who, one, agree to receive the refunds on a TurboTax branded reloadable prepaid debit card, and two, set up a recurring direct deposit to their cards within roughly 3 months of the filing deadline. Now, $10 between you and me is not a life-changing sum by any means, but it could be worth 15 minutes of your time. Now let's talk about TurboTax's disadvantages. What are the drawbacks here? Now consider these drawbacks before using TurboTax to prepare your taxes this year. Number one, it is more expensive than most competitors, hands down. All of the major online tax filing programs, TurboTax's sticker price are the highest ranging up to $200 for a single federal return close to deadline date. By contrast, comparable paid plans for Tax Act cost about half as much without compromising on any features, forms, schedules, or support. TaxSlayer's paid plans are even cheaper, and state filing fees at those competitors are compatible to or less than TurboTax's, which clock in at around $55. So besides the priciness of TurboTax's software package, you also have the high processing charge when you pay filing fees with your federal refund. So if you opt to pay your TurboTax fees with your federal refund, the company charges a steep processing fee, essentially for the convenience of avoiding out-of-pocket filing fees. By contrast, TaxSlayer does not charge any processing fees when you pay with your refund. Many forms and schedules are not available with the free plan. So if you go with TurboTax free plan, you are on your own. And because that free edition can only handle relatively straightforward tax situations, since it doesn't support Schedules A, C, D, E, H, or K. So it's not really ideal for filers who wish to itemize deductions, pay self-employment tax, or report investment income or losses. So if any of those situations apply to you, you need to upgrade to a paid plan. And another drawback that we don't like when it comes to TurboTax is that prices usually jump a few weeks before the filing deadline. So TurboTax's paid plan prices usually jump by 50%. Folks, 50% or more about a month before the mid-April filing deadline. For instance, the deluxe plan's federal return cost rockets from $40 to $60. That's a major inconvenience for people who wait until relatively late in the game to file their taxes, and a potential deal breaker for people with complicated tax situations who sometimes don't have all the requisite forms in hand until a few weeks before the filing deadline. So folks, I've talked to you about the advantages, the disadvantages, the features, the additional features, the plans, the prices. Now, what's the bottom line here? What's the bottom line? Most people don't have the luxury of trying out multiple tax prep options during tax season. So no matter how smooth the filing process or straightforward the tax situation, there is simply not enough time to do anything other than pick a known quantity and tough it out, right? So this might partially explain why TurboTax remains so popular. So for all its faults, it enjoys inviolable brand recognition. Very, very important here, because in a competitive industry serving time-pressed customers, it is easier to go with what you know than straight far afield. So that's not to say though that TurboTax doesn't shine on its merits. If you're looking to go with what you know, it's hard to beat TurboTax. And so our verdict, the score, we have scored TurboTax 9.5 over 10. The company benefits from immediate name recognition and has a first-rate customer support infrastructure. Its website and interface is great looking and boasts superior mobile functionality. Automatic transaction importing and cost basis calculations are great for more advanced tax situations too, right? You also have hands-on CPA support through TurboTax Live, and this is ideal for filers who can or don't want to go all DIY route. Now let's talk about the price. However, TurboTax is a bit pricey. I've said that before. The software also suffers from frustrating website errors and does not offer a refund bonus, and the misleading setup for free filings customers might give you pause. Advantages include extremely comprehensive support resources, mobile friendliness, solid military discounts, appealing and informative interface, robust importing and cost basis calculation features, and a refund bonus for prepaid card users. And as you can see, I'm actually showing you on the screen right now. We've done a little recap here for you. So you also have for the disadvantages, you have things like high baseline cost, a limited free version, steep processing charges for those paying with their refunds, and the price jump during the final month. Overall, Based on our review, TurboTax is ideal for people seeking extra help or hands-off service with TurboTax Live for moderate to complex tax situations. So you can see here on the screen again, we have I'm showing you right now. So TurboTax here is a recap. So CPA involvement, not directly. The plans are various. You have state returns are included for extra fee. When you pay with your refund, you can do so, but the variable service fee usually applies. There is an audit defense, complimentary audit assistance available to all users at no charge, and they have a max plan that includes audit defense representation for an extra fee, and they have great mobile capabilities for Android and iOS, and those apps have extensive functionality. Thank you so much for listening to today's conversation about TurboTax. We really appreciate it. I hope it was as useful to you as it was to us when we were researching the topic. Thanks for your attention once again. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.